Hey guys, it's Chase here from Chasing Throws. We're here at Six Flags for Georgia. Today is May 30th, and looking here, coming up to the front entrance, this is all brand new. If you remember, this was all walls, and you used to have to come up all the way around, but now this is all a brand new front entrance, and now it's more like a normal park where you walk up and you go through the, you go through security here, and then you get tickets over there, and it's more like what you'd find at a normal amusement park. It was always a little weird. But now there's a brick wall, if you can see. There's a brick wall that lines all the way along here, so obviously that blocks people off. But yeah, this is all brand new and it's very nice. It's very nice to see something much nicer like this, because this just didn't exist and it was always really weird, and it wasn't the right way they were using the system that they had. So now this is just a much better way, and now they just got to do the other side of the parking lot too. So now you see, so now we come into the entrance there, and then you walk into through the plaza, and then you scan your tickets there, just like you normally would at the park, and then you come in, and that is where you used to do all of that. Now you used to scan your tickets and all that over there, and now you just walk right in, and that's just more for show. And actually that's the exit now, so when you exit, you will come out where you used to come in, just like you used to come in here. Now you'll come out there, and it's gonna be, I'm assuming, the same for the other side eventually once they get that done, but they haven't done it yet. So this is all gonna be, this is all new. This used to be a building here. Yeah, nice. I like the system much better. It's nice they're doing updates. All right, I'm over here by Daredevil Dive, and I know this isn't part of the video, but we just got a ride in the newly refurbished red train. It looks very nice. It's like a cherry red, like Ferrari almost color, like a little darker. I really like it, and it's not a new train, it's just refurbished, but yeah, we got a new ride in it. Daredevil Dive's still a little uncomfortable. It didn't really fix that problem, but it's still really good ride, and the train looks amazing. All right, so over here by Georgia Surfer, this is new. The bridge is, I guess it's very recent, because I saw construction from like 2 weeks ago, and this was open, but this has been blocked off because I guess they're gonna either have to demolish this and move it over, or they're just doing work like right by the bridge, because the spike is gonna be like right over there. So they might just be doing some work, and they just can't have people walking by the bridge when they're doing stuff literally pretty much right underneath the bridge. So it's very interesting. I'm gonna go over on the pathway on the other side so you can see better views of the site. All right, well, down there you can see there are footers. The 3 footers, I'm assuming, for the spike are right there, which means the spike will probably be rising right here. So they probably won't move the bridge, but it's definitely gonna be really close. So you're gonna get a really cool view from the bridge of the spike that's just gonna go probably about that high. It's gonna be huge. And then over here is the pool. You can see maybe where they're gonna start working on the pathway over there. I'm assuming they're just going to extend the pathway that already starts over there, and they're just gonna keep it going all the way along down to there where you can see the station all the way back there. And then you can see here, this is where the water trough is obviously gonna be. Yeah, it looks really cool. There's a lot of progress going on since we were here last. So over there you can see that is where the splashdown's gonna be, and then the track's gonna come up, and there's gonna be the hill right here, and then the station right over here. So I'm assuming that's the footer for the hill. The hill's gonna be, right around right up here. So all of that over here is probably gonna be queue space, if I had to guess. The path is you're gonna enter down there, probably from on the other side of that bridge, all the way down there, and then you're gonna come, and the path is gonna come down here, and then there's gonna be either more of like a plaza, or they're gonna have queue space all down here, and then you're gonna come through, and then the station's gonna be all right here, so you'll exit on one side and enter on the other. But yeah, this is also all a new wall, because obviously this is a clone, so they can't have, they can't make it for the terrain, so this is all a retaining wall, because they gotta, retain the dirt for, the ride, so they have to kind of lift it up on that side, and then lower it down on that side, because it's on a hill. But yeah, really cool. A lot of progress. I'm still guessing probably won't open until, if I had to guess, maybe September. That's probably my guess. Around Labor Day, which is ironic because it's a water ride for summer, but Labor Day is still kind of hot here, maybe. Maybe they'll have it open for Coaster Fest. That would actually be pretty cool, but 3 months, that's about a little less than 3 months from now. I don't see them doing it. I could see them 3, maybe probably around 4 months, I'd say. So I could see maybe Labor Day. And then something over there is also pretty new. There are lights, nice little like backyard like fairy lights almost on Dahlonega Mine Train. That's nice. I'm sure that'll be really cool at night. Going up with the lights on the lift hill adds to the theme. That's nice and it's new. I like that actually a lot. That's pretty cool. I literally just finished editing this video and I just got a text saying that Georgia Surfer has gone vertical, which is great. But I just finished editing this update and it's a pretty big update now, so it's going to be a little out of date, but for the most part, it's still the construction site's the same. It's just that they've added some small supports to the site, but other than that, it looks the exact same, but still a little annoying. And now when you exit, it's just this. There's no more rent fences everywhere. It's so much better. Yeah, so now you just exit through what used to be the main entrance, and now that's just mainly just there for show, but still, you have another sign, and now there's just a nice brick wall, which looks so much better than the rent fences. This was all just rent fences everywhere. It looks so much better. So they're probably just gonna do this to that wall over there. But yeah, it was a great day. We got a couple of rides in. We're not here for the rides. We came here because in 1 week from today, we leave on a trip and we'll be visiting a new Six Flags park. So that's why we were actually here for the season pass. But other than that, everything was great. We got a total of I got 6 or 7 rides in the 2.5 hours we were here. Operations were great as per usual. How they've been this year so far, at least for me. Great third visit of the year. Actually, this visit has not been perfect. There has been one little issue. When we were entering the park, I had my camera and I was videoing the new front entrance, and the security guard goes, "Oh yeah, you can't video up here in the front entrance. You can't video the security area." And I was like, okay, it's a little weird, but I guess it kind of makes sense. And she's like, oh yeah, and also you cannot bring in the camera to the park. And I was like, hold up. Since when could you not bring the camera into the park? That's always been allowed. I've done it 50 times. I've brought in my camera into the park. Like, since when could I not bring it in? Like, that's never been a rule. And she was like, oh yeah, it's a new policy. And I was like, no, I looked on the website. That's not a new policy unless they've updated in the last like 5 hours. It shouldn't. That's not a new policy. And so she was like, okay, then let me go bring in so let me go get the supervisor. So she called the supervisor, he came over and he was like, yeah, that's fine, I don't know. And he looked at her and he was like, yeah, that's totally fine. You can bring a camera in as long as it's not like a weapon or anything. Like, yeah, you can bring in a camera as long as it doesn't buzz off the metal detector, which this was even before I had even gone into the security area. I was out in the plaza in front of the security gate. And so, yeah, hopefully that issue's been resolved, because I'm not the first person that's happened to. I've heard of it happening to many people where they say, oh yeah, you can't bring in the camera. And it's like, wait a second, since when could we not bring in cameras? I thought that's always been allowed. It doesn't say anywhere that you can't bring in the camera. So hopefully now that a supervisor got involved, maybe that issue's been resolved, maybe, hopefully, because I don't want to have to deal with that every time. But maybe just a tip. I had my camera out. I usually keep my camera in my bag, and I think if you're planning on bringing a camera into Six Flags, to save yourself from that drama, just put it in the bag and it shouldn't set off the metal detector, and then you'll be fine. Just don't have it out and walk in with the camera, because then they'll look at you and be like, yeah, you can't bring that in. But if you keep it in your bag, they're not gonna see it, and it's not gonna set off the metal detector, so you'll be fine. So just a tip. Just don't say, oh, don't like try to cover your bag or anything. Like, obviously if they need to see in your bag, let them open up your bag. I'm not saying like hinder the security process. I'm just saying when you're walking up, don't have the camera exposed. Try to keep it in the bag so that when you're walking in, they don't look at you and be like, yeah, you can't bring that in, when in fact you can bring that in. So yeah, that's slightly annoying, but hopefully that problem is fixed. And just tip, just keep it, just don't show it off necessarily when you're walking in. And yeah, other than that, it was a great day. I'm really impressed with what they've been doing with this park. It looks great. It's one of the best seasons they've ever had. But yeah, great updates all around. The park's doing great, and hopefully we get to see that front entrance on the other end, and hopefully Georgia Surfer will open within the next. If I had to predict, probably Labor Day. They're probably shooting for Labor Day. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Have a thrilling rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.